Hey grillers, Brad here from BB Grill Shack. Today I'm going to be testing some more steak tenderizers, and this week we're going with pineapple juice and pineapple extract called Bromelain. Let's go ahead and get started. So here's the deal, guys. I know that pineapple juice should work as a steak tenderizer. I've seen it all over the internet, shout out Guga Foods. But what I want to try today is tenderizing for 30 minutes. So that's a little bit under what some people have done, but I know that pineapple is very, very strong tenderizer. And I'm really shooting for more of like an SCA comp type tenderizer, and you really only have like 2, maybe 3 hours there sometimes. So if I can tenderize in 30 minutes, that would be ideal. I'm also going to test out this Bromelain extract from Adolph's. I think it's a Lawry's brand. Basically what it is an extract from pineapples, and it's the same enzyme that's supposed to tenderize steak. So I want to see if this one will work just as well, and I want to see if this one will work without giving me a pineapple flavor. So what I'm doing is I'm just following the instructions on here. It says to leave it soak 30 minutes for a thick piece of steak. So I have kind of a thicker steak, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to test this versus the pineapple juice at the end. So for the preparation on this one, I'm going to go ahead and soak the pineapple steak in the pineapple for 30 minutes. I'm going to sprinkle the tenderizer on the tenderized steak for 30 minutes. I'm going to let them both rest for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to throw them on like grill grates on my Traeger and do a taste test. It's been 30 minutes and our steaks are looking a little funky, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a close-up. All right guys, so this is what the steaks look like after tenderizing. This first one I'm showing you is the pineapple steak. It does look pretty deteriorated. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Here's what the Bromelain extract steak looks like after 30 minutes of tenderizing. Pineapple is on the left, Bromelain on the right. It's been about 30 minutes that my steaks have been tenderizing, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse them off to get rid of some of the pineapple flavor and whatever is in the Bromelain extract. Then I'm going to season them up and I'm going to throw them on the grill. I'm going to start the tenderness testing, and we're going to start with the pineapple steak. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my probe and I'm just going to probe it a couple times. Oh yeah, it's pretty soft. Not the softest I've ever seen, but now let's try the Bromelain extract. It's soft too, but it's noticeably more firm than the pineapple soaked steak. All right, the next tenderness test we're gonna do is to cut them with a butter knife. So I'm just gonna take a couple cuts out of each, again, starting on this side with the pineapple soaked. This is fairly hard to cut through. I'll give it another try. Then we're gonna move to the Bromelain extract. The Bromelain extract steak almost feels easier to cut through with the butter knife. Let's go ahead and move to the taste test. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the taste test. I'm gonna go ahead and start over here. This is the pineapple soaked steak. I wanna eat it first because I know, well, I'm pretty sure after I eat this steak, I'm gonna be able to tell this one tastes like pineapple. But I wanna find out if I eat it first, will it still taste like pineapple, or is it little enough that I won't really notice it? Yeah, you definitely notice it. That is a very tender steak though, but you definitely notice there's a little sweetness to it, and it does taste like pineapple, especially in the aftertaste. let's go ahead and try the bromelain extract. That one's still really tender. It's not as tender as the pineapple soaked, but it is really tender, and it doesn't taste sweet or like pineapple at all. It just, actually, it's really nice and salty. I think there's a little bit of salt in the soak itself, so I think that kind of soaked in while I was tenderizing it. But this steak is actually really good. I might consider using this one again. All right, guys, what a cool experiment. I got to eat steak for lunch. We found out some new stuff about pineapples and bromelain. Really cool. Just to run over the results again, the pineapple, that was maybe the best tenderizer I've used so far, actually. But there is a distinct pineapple taste. So if you can work that into your recipe, you know, do so. But if it's, you know, I'm kind of going for a saltier steak, so for me, I don't know if I'm going to use it again. I might, we'll see. The bromelain definitely had an effect on the steak, and it didn't have any flavor to it outside of a little bit of saltiness. But since I'm going for a salty steak, that actually kind of works for me. Thanks for watching today, you guys. I really hope that this inspired you to get out, try something new. I think I'm going to be using these tricks again in the future. So if you have anything you want me to compare them against, leave it in the comments. I like to check those out. I like your guys' ideas. As far as why I didn't, you know, soak these longer or tenderize them longer, like I said, I'm going for more of an SCA thing, and these are both supposed to be actually really fast-acting tenderizers, so that's why I went the route that I did. Anyways, guys, thanks again for sticking around, and I'll catch you next week. Have a good weekend. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's pretty good.